get knocked out.
You
in the
get
11th,
knocked out.
it's over.
Those 10 rounds that you won doesn't mean anything.
So I think that would be a really, very fun fight to watch because
he could see more than the AI can on what you have to work on, like footwork, your technique, how you have to throw your punches the right way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And working on cardio as well. They're not trying to put you down. They're trying to help you.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know?
And that's one of the biggest things about
this that shit that make it so bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah. This that shit that make it so bounce, 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 bounce.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Mels Mind podcast, where we take simple ideas and try to reconstruct them in a way where you build some morality. You know, today I got my man JDP here. How you doing, bro?
I'm feeling good. I feel great. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me here as a guest. I'm excited, a little nervous, and it's like boxing. I'm about to get ready to spar, and I have those butterflies or something.
In your stomach.
Yeah, but you know what? We're good.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Trust me, I'm not gonna ruffle your butterflies anymore today. But so tell everybody here where you from. What's your name?
So I go by JDP. I like that because it's my initials. But my full name is Joshua Pagan. The D comes from my middle name, which I'm not gonna tell nobody. But
it's a secret.
Yes. But I'm from Puerto Rico. I came down here when I was 6 to 7 years old, and ever since then, I don't know. I just loved living over here more than Puerto Rico. I just feel like there's more opportunities here than in Puerto Rico. But Puerto Rico is a nice place to visit for like vacation or something. And last time I was there visiting was like 4 to 5 years ago, so it was a while back.
Yeah, you need to go back. You need a vacation.
I was thinking about that maybe this year, maybe next year or something like that. At least just to go visit some family for like a week or so.
Right.
But when I came down here as a kid, I was just trying to figure out who I was for a while. So I tried different sports: basketball, football, baseball, even soccer. I didn't try hockey, but I tried them, and then after a while, I was like, I don't know if that's for me. Right. You know, then I got into boxing. I enjoyed it way more. But I still wasn't sure if that's what I wanted to do after a couple years when we hit like 2020, 2021. Mm-hmm. That's when I realized that's what I wanted to do was boxing. So I got I got more into it. I actually started taking it a little bit more serious, more training instead of training like once or twice a week for like 20 to 30 minutes.
Right.
And now he's my coach as well. He's been training me, making me improve. I appreciate that. Thank you. But so boxing's something I want to do, and I want to become a professional at it.
Awesome.
As well. Obviously, it's gonna take time.
Yeah,
It's my dream, but you can't say I want to do something as for your dream and not go and do it.
Absolutely.
You know, because like you said before, you could say what you want to do, what you're planning. You could say it's easy to say it, but you have to do it.
Execution,
you know what I mean?
is the biggest problem.
Yes.
Anybody can say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," but how are you executing it, bro?
Yep, exactly. It's like I'm gonna hit the gym tomorrow. I don't hit it. You know what I mean? You gotta force yourself, get yourself into that habit, so you can make that your routine for the day. Where when you go to the gym, it's now normal for you.
Absolutely.
So you go to the gym like, no problems, do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, bro, definitely. So yeah, it's a very good introduction. So
long one. I'm sorry about that.
It's cool, bro. Like I said, talk about yourself, and that's you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just let everybody know who you are. So a little bit of your perspective on how me and you met. Tell me about that.
So it was last year. It was 2023. It was towards the end of 2023. So Kobe, obviously, you had him in your first episode for your podcast, and me and him were doing this wrestling thing called MWE, Mat Wrestling Entertainment. Mm-hmm. And when we started, it was just wrestling promos, and we did have some funny bloopers. Never made the cut though. But after a while, everybody couldn't make it because obviously they got work. Yeah, they got work. They got kids that they got to take care of. So me and Kobe took a break from it, and we were trying to figure out what's a good way to bring it back. Kobe gave me the idea of doing cinematics. At first, I was like, putting wrestling into cinematics, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah,
but
it's different.
After we tried it, it wasn't bad. It came out good. It came out good. We didn't do much wrestling of it, so it was mostly like an action fighting type thing. But it still came out good. We did it, and then Kobe gave me the idea. He mentioned you.
Right.
He said you picked him up one day in an Uber, and then from there you and him were hitting the gym once in a while, all that stuff in the morning. And he gave me the idea where like you can come in as a role for his cousin.
Yeah, that was a fun role. Definitely was a fun role.
And then that same day, I think we did our fight scene for episode 3. That's when Kobe introduced us, and from there it was like, okay. started training, hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Now we're here doing an interview.
Yeah, now you're a student in my life coaching.
Yes, and I appreciate that. Thank you
Yeah,
for
man.
everything that you've been providing me with training and giving me more knowledge about the world too.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's what we're here for. And in this podcast, we're just trying to expand your mind in a way that you take the mundane things and you make them abundant, or
Yeah.
you take some of your small thoughts and you grow on them. So especially as a man, I'm very very I like that topic a lot.
Yeah.
Building our men, building boys into men, having the good structure, having a good mindset behind that, bro.
Yep.
So that's great. So at the point in time when we met, where were you at in your life?
Like I told you before, I was still trying to figure out who I was.
Mhm.
Like I said, I was able to figure out that I want to do boxing. But I feel like for me, I was still trying to figure out, like, I think there's more that I want to do also than just boxing.
Right.
Boxing is the main thing that I want to do, but I feel like there's more as a person that I could do, like spread out positivity, help others as much as I can, because I like to give.
Yeah.
I'm a person that likes to give and help people as best as I can.
Absolutely, bro.
And after that, I was trying to figure out what is it that I fully want to do other than boxing, just in case, as a backup, because you never know. Boxing is a dangerous sport and all that stuff, and maybe boxing one day, maybe probably wasn't meant to be, even though I still do want to do it. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, but at least I have a backup to help people and have a platform like YouTube and even like Instagram page where I could do stuff like guiding lights, like Kobe's starting up as well to help people, help others. And you were talking to me about planning and then executing, and that's right now what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I'm trying to plan what I want to do. Once I plan it, I'm not just gonna let it sit in a book.
Right.
And none of that.
Yeah.
Plan it, execute it, keep moving forward, keep planning other stuff, keep executing anything else that I want to do. But I also do want to help people. But that's where I basically was trying to figure out what else is it that I want to do. Yep.
So you're just kind of figuring out who you were, the things that you needed to do, and what kind of path you wanted to take in life, pretty much.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
It's generally the same kind of thing that everybody who comes out of school is doing. You know what I mean? Just trying to figure out who they are, what type of things that they like, and stuff like that. And when I met you, bro, I felt like you already had a good establishment. Like, not for nothing, where we come from, a lot of men your age don't have cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they just lazy. A lot of men your age don't have a job. So you already had a good, step up already. I can already tell. And you already have a good mindset. Everything that I tell you, you absorb it very, very well. You take it and you apply it.
Yeah.
And I like that, bro.
You know that you give me knowledge, right?
Mhm.
And the thing about that is some people don't like to hear the truth.
Yeah.
So when
Absolutely.
when you tell someone something, they just get like they get mad about it. They don't even want to listen to it.
Defensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, off-putting. Yeah.
Even if you don't like what they're telling you, you gotta listen, take it into consideration, because they're not trying to put you down. They're trying to help you.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that's one of the biggest things about this podcast here is, like, there might be times where I'm have somebody on our podcast where we might be going back and forth on a subject.
Yeah.
And I might rub them the wrong way. You know what I mean? But it's not to bash anyone. It's not to say, oh, you're wrong for thinking this. This podcast is trying to get everyone on the same page. The collective mindset is all over the place now. You can't find 3 people today that have the same morals and the same way of thinking. And hopefully what I'm trying to do is trying to bring all of that together, so that way we can have one way of approaching things, so that way we can achieve more. Like you said, with guiding light, we all have a goal.
Yep.
We all have one mindset on what goal that we want.
Yep.
Just that is going to make us achieve our goal a lot easier and a lot better, because now what I don't know, you might know. Yeah. And what you don't know, I might know. And what Kobe doesn't know, I might know. And what I don't know, Kobe might know. Exactly. So that's how the mindset, the whole world is supposed to be working in a way. Yeah. But for some reason, through morality and other things, through the government, they don't want us to cooperate. So
yeah. And for anybody out there, if people are just telling you, trying to give you information and help you out, don't try to like push them away. Mm-hmm. think of what they're saying, take it into consideration. Even I used to do this a lot. I used to just sit around in my room and just think to myself. Because my
Right.
mom used to give me some really good information. As a kid, I didn't want to listen to it.
Yeah, of course.
But as I was growing up and getting more mature, I started thinking about it more. I was like, my mom is right. The more I'm growing up, the more stuff start to get a little bit
yeah,
more hard. Not
harder.
yeah, hard, I won't say
Absolutely
harder,
harder.
but how do
You
I
go
put
from a
it for you?
kid to not having to pay any bills and everybody taking care of you to
And then
slowly
yeah,
paying bills and you taking care of yourself. It's harder, bro.
yeah. For example, my car. I was like, come on, mom, you can pay the car as a kid.
Yeah.
And as a grown, I was like, oh,
You
okay, I gotta
understand
work
now.
now.
You have, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then also when you're paying bills, sometimes once you get your check, go straight to the bills. You
100%
know what I
of it
mean?
might go
So
there. Yeah.
it's like you have. I feel like you have to learn how to manage your money. You know, I try my best to save as much as I can. So when I have to pay my bills and I pay it for that whole month, at least have something left over if I have to put gas in the car,
Right,
get some
right.
food, help my mom and dad if I have to give them something for house rent as well,
Right,
which
of
I
course.
do. But I like to keep something for myself, like I said, because what I'm really worried about is gas as well for the car. Because from work, it's like 30 minutes,
Okay.
and then coming here is an
Yeah,
extra
you commute.
15.
Yeah.
So I'm going back and forth. So I have to at least put gas maybe twice, or especially with my car, it takes a lot of gas. So I have to put at least 2 to 3 times the gas in the car.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So, and you hit it right on the head, bro. Money management. That's another big topic that we haven't hit that in the life coaching yet, but that is on the list of things that I'm going to be teaching you guys too.
yeah.
Because I do believe that, especially nowadays, we are well versed in everything else except for finances.
Yep.
And that's one of the biggest things that we use money for everything. Why don't we know about it?
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get into that. So you like boxing.
Yep.
So I love boxing.
Yeah, I
So,
know that.
Tell me about when you started boxing. So first, what really got you? Like, what was it that you saw that was like, oh, I want to do boxing. I want to get punched in the head for fun.
Okay.
Like,
So this is gonna be an interesting story. I think I don't know if I told you this before. And when I do tell people this, they always look at me like, "Are you serious, dude?"
Yeah.
You know Jake Paul, right?
Yeah.
I started boxing because of him. You know.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Listen,
Yeah.
When I tell people, they're like, Jake
Out of all
Paul, like,
people, though, yeah.
yeah, it's like not many people like him, and the people that he's fighting questionable.
Right.
Nate Robinson, a basketball player. Come on now, but. You do have to understand the amount of work you have to put into boxing.
Absolutely.
It's not easy, especially in training and sparring. It's not easy, especially when you go out to fight with the crowd and the lights on you. It's nerve wracking. I'm nervous right now talking, but it's nerve wracking, like you said. So I was looking at that. I wasn't putting anything that he's done. I was just looking at the way he was working,
the structure of what he was doing.
Yes,
okay,
and
that makes sense.
the way he's trying to help with boxing now, with boxing bullies, and he's trying to do a lot for boxing. And I take that into consideration. And I look at it, I was like, he's doing a lot for boxing. And the thing about that is he's also bringing new eyes to the sport.
Yeah.
I wasn't when I first,
That's
like I said,
true.
when I first started, I wasn't really paying attention much at boxing. Then I looked at him. That's when I started training. That's when I was telling you that I wasn't sure if that's still something I want to do. And then 2020 to 2021, that's when I realized really what I fully want to do.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for him, honestly, right now I probably wouldn't be. I would not be training or anything.
Okay. So it wasn't necessarily his fighting; it was the structure of how he built.
Yes.
Around it. That makes sense. That's good.
Like I was saying, boxing you have to train.
Yeah.
The stamina, all that comes to play.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
So especially the mindset too. He doesn't let people get to him even to say you're trash, you're not good, you're just fighting all these bums, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't let that get to him because he's still doing what he wants to do.
As a fighter, he's training, he's working out, he's doing everything. And even if, like you said, even if he is fighting people that are questionable or whatever, he's still putting the work in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's good.
And
it
takes guts to get in the ring. Not many people will get in the ring. Like you're going into with another man that's probably trying to take your head off.
Absolutely.
And it can be dangerous as well. You can get hurt, even worse.
Yeah.
But definitely you have to think about it, boxing something you really want to do because it could be a life risk, put it that way.
Absolutely. Definitely is a life risk. Every time you step in the ring, you're risking something.
Yep.
Breaking something, head injury, hand injury, and you're risking it. You know what I mean? And like you said, to be able to step in the ring is a different story than just saying, "Oh, I train at a boxing gym,"
Yeah.
or I've sparred a couple times. That's a whole
Yeah.
different game.
Because
in
it's
there.
easy for people to talk too. They'll
Absolutely.
be like, "Oh, he's not good.
Yeah.
You're not the one in the ring." You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
They say the thing about
it takes a lot.
they say the thing about Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
For example, I don't know if you've seen his last fight.
I did not see his last fight.
I've heard a couple people were saying about his defense when he was doing this. He had like that beginner defense. The thing is, you're not in there against someone that's trying to take your head off, so it's different to talk and then being in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for Ryan Garcia, obviously it was different because he was the one fighting. He was in there. He got his win, so good. I think it was TKO if I'm correct, or complete knockout. I think.
Nice. That's dope. So from there, what is the biggest difference you see in yourself as boxing now from that time? As far
when I first started?
Yeah, as far as I don't know, technique or even your perspective on it, or the things that you want to do now maybe be different.
My mentality.
Your mentality.
That's something I did have a problem with before. Like, I always second guessed myself and hesitated on stuff. I was like, if I do this, will people judge me and all that stuff? And I started realizing, I don't have to worry about what people say about me. Absolutely. As long as I know who I am as a person.
Don't worry about what they say.
Yeah. So I was like, as long as I know who I am as a person, right? I don't have to worry about what people say.
Yep.
If I look dumb, cool. It is what it is, you know. If I look when I'm hitting the mitts, if I look like I'm not doing it right, it's cool. That's why I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm training to get better, to improve, to look sharp.
Yes.
And like I said, my mentality, part of that, you helped me also get a stronger mentality as well from all the information you've given me, the support, all that stuff, and all the people that has helped me as well throughout the years that I've been doing it as well. So mentality was a big part that definitely has improved.
Absolutely. That's great, bro. And just to piggyback off of what you were saying, like, yeah, like even I had the same thought process, especially with music. Music is one of those biggest things where it's like you're literally putting yourself all the way out there.
Yeah.
Words, are being heard by other people that might judge you. Your image might be judged and stuff like that. But my biggest thing is this. It's so easy to sit and point and say, look at him, how stupid he looks from down there when you're not doing anything.
Yep.
So that was my perspective. Okay, you can talk all the crap you want, but what are you doing? Yep. You're not doing anything that is equal to what I'm doing, and you're not even trying. So go ahead, you can talk all you want, but it's not, again, talk all you want, but what are you doing, right?
Yeah.
It's the action behind it. So we always have to make sure whatever we're doing, you're putting action in, you're putting work in, you're growing, bro. So,
yep.
And like I said, I definitely see the difference from the day you told me that you wanted to take boxing serious till now. And that was a short time. And you've been definitely progressing as far as mentality, physically, everything with your technique, everything has been on point.
Yeah.
So
since I want to thank you for that too, because you're the one training me.
Of course, bro. That's what I'm here for. Mels Mind, bro. It's trust me, it's gonna be a big life coaching thing at the end of it. What I want. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic of boxing, right? Devin Haney or Tank Davis?
Okay. So here's the thing. They're both different fighters.
Absolutely.
Right? So if they were to fight, I'm gonna pick Devin. I like Devin Haney. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Tank. I like Tank.
Okay.
But I'm going with Devin Haney. The thing that I could say about Devin Haney is, me personally, I feel like he doesn't have much power, but his in-ring IQ is really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who did he fight? I remember he fought some. I don't remember the guy's name, but he dominated that match. Really good. He looked sharp. His in-ring IQ was perfect.
Yeah.
Not saying that Tank doesn't have in-ring IQ, because he does. Yeah. He's definitely showed it before. But the thing about Tank is, I think you told me before too, is he waits to the later rounds to try to put someone away.
Yeah, he's a slow starter.
Yes.
But he's strong.
Yeah, I can say he has more power than Haney. Yeah. And the thing about Haney is he's been caught before and he's been wobbled and rocked.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Tank hits harder than the people that have rocked Haney. So if Tank can get a clean shot in there, which most likely he can, because it's Tank Davis, come on now. But could have a chance of knocking him out or even knocking him down.
Yeah.
But I still believe that Devin Haney can pull off a win.
I think I would probably go with Devin Haney as well too, only because, like you said, he's more precise in the way he's doing things.
Yes.
Tank likes to take his time, see what's going on, but by the time the 11th, 12th round comes, it might be over.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It might get a stoppage. but then in the same token, it might
Yeah.
be one punch that knocks David Haney
Exactly.
out because
All
Tank
it
is so
takes
strong.
all it
Like,
takes is one punch. Exactly. You
yeah,
could be winning. Say it's a 12-round match. You could be winning the 10 rounds, and you got two rounds left, and you're losing.
you get knocked out.
You
in
get
11th,
knocked out.
It's over.
Those 10 rounds that you won doesn't mean anything.
So I think that would be a really, very fun fight to watch because, like you said, David Haney's just so smart in there, man. That jab is like a knife. Every time he
Sharp too.
you know what I mean, so sharp.
The thing is, the judges as well. That's the thing. If you go the distance, you have to make it clear that you won.
Exactly.
Because if you don't,
Yeah,
even if
right.
even if the people know that you won, the judges might give it to Tank or whoever they favorite the most.
Dominant. And
Exactly.
I feel like if it were to go the distance, Devin Haney would win.
Yeah,
because Tank is such a waiter puncher.
Yep.
You know, so
unless Tank's able to slip that one punch in there, take him down, then game changer right there. But I feel like for the judges, it goes to the judges' scorecard. For me, you have to make it known that you like won every round. There's probably a couple of rounds that you may have lost, but you just at least make sure that clear round wins.
Absolutely.
In order to get that win.
That's dope, bro. Yeah. So I just had to throw that one in there.
Yeah, that would be an exciting match as well.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch. You know. So let's go off on a little tangent. So I know you see you're building everything. You got a lot of stuff going on. We got God and Light. We got boxing going on with you. So in the next 2 years, how do you see those things developing? Where do you see yourself? Are you a boxer? Are you helping people through? Like, what do you see yourself at in the next couple years, 2 years?
Okay, so I did think about it a lot too about that. I do want to. I told you this before. I do want to compete. Hopefully, it's called Misfits. It's like influencer boxing. It's like amateurs kind of.
Heard of that.
Yeah, it's like in a way I look at it as like an amateur background. So when you go to professional, they'll be like, oh, he was really good. Influencers and all that stuff. So when you do transition to pro boxing, which is I don't know if you know Dean the Great. I think he's doing something like that where he's using Misfits as amateur to then make transition into pro boxing.
Oh, okay.
So that's something I want to do. Don't get me wrong, I still want to do the normal amateurs as well with the head guard and all that stuff to get.
But that's
the
like
experience.
A fun event to do. That's
yeah. And the thing about that is there's a crowd. There's gonna be a crowd, so that's something that I always wanted to fight is in front of a crowd because I want to get used to that. The screams, the lights, all of that.
Yes, bro.
Which I feel like that's a really good opportunity. But obviously, I don't got a big following at all, so I have to build my way up. I have to basically gain my fan base as well. So if say I call someone out, maybe it's noticed. So maybe I get an opportunity to get on that. Maybe one of the cards in the future. But other than that, I want to also help people with boxing. Get them off the streets. So they want to do drugs, none of that.
Yeah.
Like basically start my own little promotion where we could help people just train, even if they don't want to take it serious, just for self-defense at least.
Right.
Not saying we're gonna teach you boxing, go fight anybody you want. No.
Yeah.
Self-defense. If you have to use it to fight someone because you have to defend yourself, do it. Not just boxing now, go fight whoever you want. You know what I mean? But I want to help people, like I've told you before. So I want to do the boxing promotion. I want to do Misfits. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I still got the normal amateurs I could do and then do transition to pro boxing.
Right.
And help with guiding light as best as I can. I also like to do videos for YouTube, like gaming, and I like to edit as well. So maybe take like another little side job and help people edit. Yeah.
That would be that's definitely lit.
And still be training as well with boxing for the next couple years. I don't plan on retiring. Well, when I start to do amateurs and professional, I feel like when I go to retire, won't be until I feel like I'm ready and I feel like I accomplished what I've wanted to accomplish.
What is going on, guys? This is your boy Melman, and if you could please give me 5 seconds to extend a welcoming hand to anyone who feels they need a life coach. Feel free to send me a DM. Let me know what type of things you would like to self-improve on, whether it be monetarily, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, relationship. Doesn't matter. I'm here to help you with Mels Mind 101. Let's get back to the video. So let's talk about AI for a second. So on the same topic as boxing, I was on Instagram the other day and I actually saw this lady where she had like the pads and you had to like imitate punching them. Yeah. I really don't think that's going to go too far in the boxing world because to me it's more physical. What do you think about that?
I agree with what you're saying. I feel like it is more physical. I feel like like you said before, having a connection with the trainer,
Yeah,
he could see more than the AI can on what you have to work on, like footwork, your technique, how you have to throw your punches the right way,
absolutely. Yeah.
and working on cardio as well is a big deal. And pretty
Gee.
sure the AI is not going to teach you about mentality as well.
Yeah, hell no. It's not going to tell you what to do when you get punched in the face.
Yeah, exactly. They'll just be like, just do 1 2 1 2 the whole time.
Yeah, this AI stuff is definitely getting scary, man. Like
It
the
is. I've been
whole
seeing.
voice recording thing.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I can make a whole nother you, and
Exactly. That's the
people will not
thing.
even
Yeah,
know.
they could do something, be like, look what he did. He didn't do it.
Yeah,
It's a whole
exactly.
different, whole AI.
So it's definitely taking a turn for, I think, the worst
Yeah.
overall, the worst. But it gives us nice stuff like this too.
Yep.
Um. So, what type of major changes do you want to be a part of in your future, within the next couple years, 5 years, 10 years? Major things that you see in this world that need addressing, that
I
you
feel
wanna
like
be a
needs to be
part of.
changed to be
Yeah.
better. Okay, let's see. First off, I feel like more life coaches to help people get out of like the state that they might be in. Maybe they're in a bad place. Maybe change their mind of the world. 'Cause sometimes some people may think the world is this dark place.
Yeah.
I could agree where you're coming from when you say that, but if you're thinking about it like that, then you can get
create your own perspective.
exactly,
really.
yeah. So when you have someone like you, when you're giving information, trying to help them out as much as you can, the you're guiding them to the light, the guiding light,
Absolutely, yeah.
right? So you're showing them not everything is bad,
Right.
and not everything you see on social media also I feel like needs to improve because everything you see on social media is just me personally. I feel not everything, but most things are negative.
Yeah.
And it can get into people's heads. It used
I
to
feel
get on
like
my
they
head a lot, but
purposely
not.
do that. That way you stay in a state of being depressed. Because
Yeah.
if you're always looking at, oh, he's better than me, or I'm not doing this,
Yeah.
then you'll always feel like you're not worthy of anything.
Exactly, you're
not
gonna be down on
willing.
yourself a lot,
Yeah.
and that's not good, especially for the mentality as well. And you start to get sick and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's not good to have at all.
Yeah,
So
one of the biggest things that kill people and have heart disease is stress.
yes,
You know what I mean? So if you can lessen the stress, you can obviously lessen the chance of being unalived. You know what I mean?
yep, I 100% agree with that. Yep.
That's awesome, bro. So we're gonna get on to this last question. So in this life coaching, right? I don't know. So let me ask you this first. Did you know anything about life coaching before you met me?
Um, to be honest with you, not really. No.
No. Okay.
I could say maybe people that help people with like other stuff, but like life coaching with, like you said, with just doing other things, boxing, giving people information, more knowledge. Not completely, no.
Okay. So which leads to my question. What benefits have you gotten out of it? And what would you suggest other people who don't know what to do in their life? Kind of how you were saying you were there where you were trying to figure out what to do. What suggestions would you tell them about life coaching and how you benefited from it?
So what I benefited was more knowledge, which is always good to have more knowledge, and I'm still getting more information from you. You're giving me more knowledge. So I would say knowledge and just listening. I feel like listening is a big key because the more you listen, the more knowledge you're going to be able to take in.
Right.
So if anybody out there runs into a life coach, I suggest just listen. Listen to what they say. You may not like it, but they're being real with you. They're not just looking at your face and lying to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a difference when someone tries to lie to you.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So I'd say knowledge, something is I benefited, and listening, because I did have sometimes a hard time listening to people and just cut them off.
Right.
And sometimes I will say sometimes I still do it, but I am breaking that habit and doing better just listening. You know, and knowledge as well, gain more knowledge to get prepared for the world. I am 21. I'm still young.
Yeah.
And I'm still growing. I'm still
Absolutely.
learning. So the knowledge you're giving me is making me prepared for the world as well. So just like I said, just listening. Just listen to what they have to tell you. Even if you don't like it, just listen. It's helpful information. It's not like they're giving you information that's not going to help
To
you.
see you fail. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want to see nobody fail.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you take it in a way where you don't want to listen, you could fail. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Just listen.
Right.
Know what I
right.
mean? Even if you don't like it.
So for kids who don't know where to look, where do you think they should start with their life? And
okay.
you know, if they're trying to find a purpose, where do you think they should start?
I feel like they should probably start trying to surround themselves with the right crowd. Because
That's a
sometimes
very good one.
the way I look at it is, if you associate yourself with the right crowd, sometimes they can lead you to someone like Kobe did
Yeah,
with
yeah,
me
absolutely.
meeting you. So associate yourself with the right crowd, not the wrong crowd, and the right crowd can lead you to finding a life coach and just maybe even putting you in boxing or sport you never thought of trying that you might fall in love with,
Right.
like basketball, football, or something, you know. So I'd say maybe associating yourself with the right crowd, not doing drugs, none of that.
Yeah, I think having the right people in your circle is probably the biggest thing, because you not a lot of people really understand this, but you bounce ideas off of people all the time.
Yes,
And you're bouncing ways of thinking off of people all the time. And if
exactly.
you have people who have a good way of thinking, then you're obviously going to bounce your thoughts off of
Yep.
them more times than someone who's just a fool and you can't really get anything from it.
Yep, I 100% agree on that.
So
And help each other out as best as you can as well.
yeah, so I definitely agree with you on that.
Yo, what's good? It's KTG. Look, for all my brothers out there that's looking to come together, I see what's going on in our community. We're trying to make an impact in our community, so we forming this group. We forming this project called Guiding Light. Brothers of Truth, Wisdom, and Spiritual Essence. We're trying to get together. So follow us on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Let's do this, man.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Joe, man. I'm glad to be a part of the Guiding Light, man. I'm glad to be a part of the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge that's about to bring forth on this platform, man. I'm just ready to bring a change, not to myself, but to my community. And that's it, man. Love y'all.
So, JDP, my man, it was definitely great having you. Do you
Thank you
have
for having me.
anything that you want to say to the people? Any pages that you want them to follow?
Follow my Instagram, JDP_boxing, my TikTok as well. It's the same thing as my Instagram. And if any life coach comes to you, tries to give you advice, don't turn them down. Take the advice. Think about it, because they're not there to bring you down. They're there to help you. So they're not there to see you fail.
Absolutely.
They're there to help you so you can succeed.
Absolutely, bro. So
and believe in yourself as well.
Number one, believe in yourself.
That's my big thing right there. To always believe in yourself, no matter what.
Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will, right?
Yeah.
My man, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
This that shit that make it so bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah. This that shit that make it so bounce, bounce.